Hey there guys, Noah here, and welcome back to another Vanguard Overdress review. Today we're going to be reviewing episode 20. So, this episode was, by a large margin, one of the most impactful, probably the most impactful episode when it comes to Mirei's character. So let me start by saying that it kind of starts with kind of picking up after where the last episode went off, where they drove away from the spa place and they go back to Daybreak HQ, and we get this moment where Haruka is trying to, comfort Mirei, but she is just pissed off at her beyond belief, and she doesn't want to be near anybody. Like, she is just, breaking down to a point where she just does not want to trust anyone at this point. And this gets exemplified over time with the next couple of scenes where she just doesn't want Haruka anywhere near her. And it's really just apparent that she is going through a lot of shit, right? So, after the report, we cut away to Haruka and Danji interacting, saying that, what do you intend to do about this? Because you kind of screwed up big. And he's just like, I'll deal with it the best way I can, pretty much. So, Mirei gets kind of fed up with sticking around in the house, in the little hotel room. And she goes to try to find Danji. And pretty much, she's the only person that she can now trust is Danji at this point, because Danji hasn't technically lied to her yet about anything, even though he's holding this big secret about the fact that he is her big brother. So they end up going to the festival like they were initially going to anyway, like they stated that they were going to plan to in the last episode. So she's just clinging on to him the entire time for a good majority of it. Before they head back, before they go to the festival, though, we get a flashback of Danji and Mirei as kids, stating that there was some sort of festival that they tried going to when they were younger, but they got lost, and she started getting sad as a result because they didn't get a chance to go there. But then the fireworks went off, and the only way that Danji could calm her down was to cover her ears, so that way the noise wouldn't be too much. The noise from the fireworks wouldn't be too much. But then we watch the rest of the episode play out. And it becomes very apparent that she just does not, even though they're enemies, they're going to go to this festival and try to have a good time and everything. Yu also trying to be as nice about it as possible, but Mirei is not having any of it because she just does not trust any of them outside of Danji. But then chaos ensues via the fireworks, and she gets pushed off, and a lot of that PTSD from before kind of just kicks in at her. And we finally arrive at a abandoned shrine or something along those lines, where he did the exact same thing as they did as kids by covering her ears, and it pains Danji to know that he had to do it like that he had to reveal the fact that he's her big brother. Man, what an awkward way for it to happen. And then Mirei just gets pissed off beyond belief, because she was starting to have feelings for him, not as a brother or anything, but because she wasn't aware, she was starting to have romantic feelings for her, and then she just throws a complete, I hate to say it like this, but she throws a temper tantrum where she's pissed off at everybody. She's pissed off at Haruka for trying to comfort her when she really just wants to be left the fuck alone. pissed off at Donji more so because of the fact that she's been lied to the entire time and that Haruka was the primary reason. She just loses her shit through a good majority of that. Enough to the point where Donji kind of has to try to comfort her and just says, please, don't leave me like this. I don't want to end on bad terms like this. But then Mirei is like, okay, you can stay with me, but under one condition. You throw away Donji's identity forever and return back to the way you used to be. Forget about Blackout. Forget about who he was before meeting up with her again. Like, as if none of that happened. And he kind of reluctantly agrees and goes along with it as Yu and the others make their way over there. And as things happen at the very end of the episode, she basically declares war on the group, on Blackout. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. Like, holy shit. A lot actually happened this episode. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of mixed on this whole approach with Mirei, but quite honestly, you know, I see a girl that's kind of just like, kind of breaking apart, like completely just loses her shit, and she starts losing people that she trusts, one after the other. First for Haruka for kind of pestering her with shit, and then Donji and Haruka extra, even more so, after finding out the truth. Like, to me, that is the most bizarre shit. Like, this is the type of shit you could only see in an anime. Like, there's no way getting around that fact. But, honestly, you know, all this build-up, and we're going to probably be getting some intense card fighting action next week. No card fight this week, but honestly, this makes up for it. Just the whole emotional breakdown of Mirei. It's just more than worth in this situation. Because, like, how do you recover back from that? Like, that's really rough to go through. Like, all the people that she trusted in her life. And no more. Nope. It's like, nope, I can't trust anyone. Fuck all of y'all. I'm ending this now. Because, you know, this is just how it is. But I am kind of just like, I do get where people are coming from. Where they feel like that this part of the storyline was rushed. Like, I could kind of see it. But there was a lot of built up toward it. But like for context, like, let me pull it up now. Since I'm here at the playlist, right? So, from episode, like, 16, we only had about, like, 5 episodes worth of Mirei's character development in any sort of capacity. And they have been building her up from episode 16, right? Kind of, like, showcasing, like, hey, if you want this to go on, eventually, you know, shit is gonna hit the fan. Like, we always knew that. And it was just the immense build-up of all the crazy interactions and everything going on. You know, that's to be completely expected. Like, and you knew the worst part was is that eventually Donji would have had to come out clean eventually regardless. Like, he couldn't keep playing this facade after a certain point with his sister. Like, there's no getting around that fact. So, I see this as more so, this was bound to happen. There was no conceivable way to get around this fact that she was going to eventually lose trust and lose her faith with everybody that she knows. That's the way how I see it. Now, how they go from here on, I don't know. I don't know how they will go about it. Because, obviously, they're going to have Blackout and Daybreak have a card fight, you know, and Shed, and have a team battle or whatnot. And who knows, maybe we'll get to... I don't know if this part of the season will probably be dragged out the most. Because I'm assuming the entire events of the last couple of episodes from this point on are probably going to be done in the span of one night. At least I would assume so. Because it's kind of leaning towards, okay, we're going to have a team competition and shit, or just team battle or whatnot, and just decide everything once and for all. Probably with Donji on Daybreak's side, which is going to be interesting, but yeah, I have to admit, I really did enjoy this episode, because this was a long time coming for Mire's character to just, her true side finally coming out, and her coming to terms with everything that's going on, and she just, she's had enough. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think, and yeah, man, like, what I'm probably going to end up doing, depending on how the next episode plays out, is wait until all the team battles are done, and if it goes into the season finale, then I'll just review the rest of the episodes in one big collaborative episode, just that way it saves me a lot of time, mostly because I've just been busy with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl over on my Pokemon channel, which, if you're curious about that, I'll try to leave a link in the description to my channel. And yeah, like, it's baffling to me. And also, if, like, it's going to be crazy to see how the rest of this plays out, because, like, out of all the characters that I think that now Mire is starting to be extremely relatable to a lot of people. Like, the sad truth of the fact remains is that she hits a little too close to home for me. Like, there was a time where I felt similarly to her, where I just could not trust anybody in my life whatsoever. And, I wouldn't say trust anybody, I felt completely alone. Like, I felt like that there was something always going on that people should have told me. So I do, like, in a weird sense, I do understand where she's coming from. So that's why I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that that's not, it's not what she's experiencing. It's honestly realistic, especially since she's been so sheltered, pretty much by Haruka and the rest of her family. Like when you're sheltered that much in, you're gonna obviously draw to a lot of these conclusions because that's all you know. To me, that's the part about it that makes a lot of sense, So, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in too, because I completely forgot to mention that part. Because I kind of lost my train of thought with that. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And, depending on how things play out over the next, couple of weeks with the episodes, I may just bulk record it all in one and then not have to worry about it. But until next time, guys, this is all Noah, and catch you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.